call to order the regular school board meeting of Madison Central School District on September 11th, 2023. Mr. Brooks, could you record the members present and absent, please? I will establish a quorum. Let's please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we do have one addition to the agenda that will fall under the request to hire under number 9. We need to add Susan Allison as a sped para and Cade Gross and Taryn Lynch as playground supervisors. Supervisors are at $13 an hour and Ms. Olafson is at $16.50 an hour. So, if there'd be no other changes, I would accept a motion to go ahead and approve the agenda.
So, second.
Okay. Rich and Rod, any discussion on the agenda? All right, hearing none, all those in favor, please vote by saying aye. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is approval of the consent agenda items 7 through 9. Okay, we have a motion from Jordan. Can we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any, oh no, there's no discussion, excuse me. Consent agenda items. Okay, all those in favor of the motion, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, hearing a delegation, presentation. Don't see anybody, so go on to number 11, administrative reports. Mr. Jorgensen.
The elementary area is still under construction. I haven't got a recent time frame on where it's going yet, so once I get that, I'll forward it, but I don't believe there's any curb or gutter there yet. In front, I want to take a moment to thank Dennis Dennert, too, for 14 years of driving the school bus for us and hiring, so thank you for that. Talked about a goal retreat for this year, and looking at dates, came up with one so far, October 25th. It's a Wednesday. That's an option.
Does not work.
Okay. Keep looking. Just maybe last year was November 1st or 2nd, and maybe in November then. On other Wednesdays, either I was out or different things were going on, and so this was the one that sort of was somewhat open. So you said, let me know if you want me to go with that date, or
Is there, how are your other Wednesdays?
Pretty much all my other Wednesdays, for the most part, I'm open.
That particular one is a no-go.
I can go back to the drawing board and see if there's something right away in November. I didn't even look at November, so maybe that first Wednesday in November might be an option.
Yeah, maybe if there it is, maybe we can do that, but if not,
I
we'll probably
can
just have to.
send that out and see if it'll work too. Okay. DOE certification, nothing's changed there. It's still a bit of a struggle, to say the least. So middle school roof issue, just want to bring you up to date a little bit, and we got some of this information just today finally. We were supposed to have a week ago. So we've been dealing with repairs on the middle school roof since before I got here even. Under warranty, so we had to come, they did a bunch again. We had that half-inch rain, we got leaks again, and now I'm sure it's just new places that they found. Maybe what they fixed is good, but now force it somewhere else. So they've proposed some different ideas. We've got, is it 2 years left of warranty, Mitch, on that roof? So it's a big roof. It's, I can't remember how many, was it 27,000 some square feet? It's the bigger part of the middle school.
I have a picture of the
So they've proposed some different things to do. You know, we can still have them keep coming, just keep patching, and every time they patch, it ends up being somewhere else we have an issue, but we can continue to do that. They've proposed an idea of replacing the roof, supplying all the materials and everything, no charge, and the charge comes with whoever puts it on. Which is a cost, don't get me wrong. Maybe their most was at 300 and something, but that would come out to a little over 11 something a square foot to replace the whole roof. And the last roof we replaced 2 summers ago was 28 something a square foot to replace. And this is 3 times the size of that one. But they proposed they would do this as part of the warranty then and just start over with the warranty. The downside is they want to do it in November. So we have school going on, and this isn't a one-day process. This is probably a 2 to 3 week process. So there'll be some noise obviously with it, probably some tar smell. I mean,
What did they set up? Did they have
that would have to figure out how we're gonna set up and where they would approach it. I'm not excited about them doing it in November, personally. But if it's gonna be half of the cost versus doing it a year from now or 2 years from now, when warranty runs out, it's a big change too. It's a big cost difference. We did ask about this summer, and they said that this was for this fall, so they could maybe tell us this summer what it could be, if it could be different. We continue to patch. Again, not trying to spring it on you, we didn't get the information until the day finally. Mitch, what do you want to add to that?
It's, you know, we have within our limit of our budget to shift projects around, put them a year out in order to do this. Roofing's a high value item. Do we want to go to winter with patching, or do we want to have it in November? But the hard part is, like, it's a blue smell going around that. About 300 kids in that building.
I think you'd have some happy middle school teachers with it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, we've been dealing with leaks forever
Yeah.
and warranty forever. And I think the people we're working with are tired of, because they keep setting up the patch and whatever, but then it just ends up being a new spot. So I think they're looking at a way to make it so it's better for us and for them too.
I mean, the issue is where they're gonna set up and the safety of kids while they're doing it, or students, excuse me, while they're doing it.
I'm guessing it's
And that
on the
smell,
east
I mean,
side.
there's no, like, I think Mitch was saying, there's no really any carcinogens or anything like that with the smell. I mean, it's just, it's
It's a smell.
annoyance. It's, yeah, so I mean, it would also prevent hopefully spring leaks.
No, we do have spring leaks, believe me.
I know you do.
Every spring we
So
have leaks right now.
that sure would be nice.
Yeah, the kids can deal with it ourselves, it's not fantastic, but
I just want everybody to be aware that it wasn't our plan
Right.
to do this in November when school is going. We've always done roofing projects in the summer. This came up, and this is a possibility of getting it done at a much reduced cost, and hopefully solve an issue of, like I say, we get one room working when it's building else, and the next room's got to leak.
Well, I think the taxpayers would appreciate it, a lesser
Substantial-
job, yeah, or
Yeah.
lesser price to.
Substantial square foot.
unless they could do it for the same price in the summertime. But then you still have to deal with leaks throughout the year.
Yeah.
And it's, I know it's been a headache for those teachers.
So how long does a roof normally last?
The built-up systems we have, it's like a rubber membrane pipe, they're typically around like 25 to 30 years. And so this one that was put on had a 15-year warranty in year 13. But same roof system as we have on all the rest of our roof systems. We have the flat roofs will have issues, but not like this.
And part of the proposal is to lengthen the warranties on other roofs we've done recently.
So what, I might have missed this part, what was the design change that makes it
Yes.
a better roof?
Right.
The reason the warranty covers this probably wasn't, the installation probably wasn't done as well as it should have been done. And that's why they come up and then they fix it each, 1 to 2 times each year. But they're recognizing that probably the whole, because every time they fix one, there's another spot.
Okay, so it's not really a design change, it's just a product improvement?
Probably being installed better.
Just better products, but you're not like changing the design, whether you're not
It'll be the
going
same
from
roof system we have.
asphalt to steel or
across.
anything like this.
Yeah, the same roof system we have across.
The other concern we have every time it leaks is it damaging some other insulation or whatever
Right.
along the way that has to be addressed, so.
And of course, it'd be dependent upon the weather, because if we end up with a bunch of snow up there, and we got ice up there, and then that
That's
causes.
that's what I was wondering why.
I was like, what if
No,
it's 2 feet of
man,
snow?
I know,
They-
that causes a
you know,
huge
they have their
problem.
jobs set for the summer, so
Yeah.
that's.
Well, and their willingness to come so soon would probably be a sign of needing to be done as well.
They probably don't have a lot of work in November.
That too, but then also it's like, they're gonna get it in
Yeah.
the spring.
And then, now I know this is a really ignorant question on my part, but I always think in the summertime when those roofs are put on, that tar sets good because of the heat. I mean, they have a,
They are doing a hot apply, so it will be at a certain temperature when they apply.
when they apply it, and then the freezing of it quickly, because it could be very cold.
It's a roof system that's done through our area, northwest Minnesota, because of the, when we go from -10 to 40 degrees in the day, that's your biggest fluctuations in a roof.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be your best, or one
Okay.
of the best setups for that temperature change.
Flat roofs are such a pain.
Well, really, of all of our roofs, it's the only area we really have been struggling with. for a
Yeah.
while.
Yes. Well,
I'm on the
Yeah,
side
every
of
year.
sooner the better.
Yeah, and we just want to bring it up, we can do that, we can make it work. Now, if weather and stuff would, don't be shocked if all of a sudden come and say, hey, we gotta push it back, but
Right.
hopefully not. I just want everybody to know that if there are concerns with the snow, whatever, it's not that we planned on doing it this
No.
point in time. This was just brought to us as a solution with the warranty part of it, and if we can solve the problem, then we'll.
right.
They did do a very large warranty work this summer, and that held up, but then all the new areas, that's where they recognize that.
So when they did it this summer, was the smell overwhelming?
Nobody could smell it, you could smell it.
I mean, like smell it throughout the whole facility or
No,
just in the
in the
localized
summer, we
area?
turn off all the vents, you know.
You can't-
We
When
don't
we
have
do
as
that,
much circulation.
we do that,
fresh air.
here we'll have to turn off the vents near it, and run the other ones harder for forming outside
So
air.
move rooms that are right directly underneath the time of the application?
We'll just close those vents, have them turn inside air, and have the other vents turn in more outside air. That's kind of the plan.
They'll take all the rock off. They don't even use the rock.
Well, they won't.
Does that interrupt parking? Like, are they gonna have permanent machines out there in the parking lot?
We need to get more info. Well, they aren't, yeah, we have it in front.
Yeah, we kind of know it's a
It's probably
no
gonna have to be on
area.
the east side if we're gonna access the roof.
How loud will it be?
When we're taking the rock off, there'll be noise. And then putting rock on, it's rock.
Yeah, it's gonna be noise, it's good. But we can prep teachers and prep everybody, I guess, and then just have to make do with,
And they told you it's gonna take
Situation.
3 weeks, so it's really gonna take about 6?
We've said a couple, that's why I said
They,
three.
Yeah.
they did our last section, this company,
Yeah.
did our last section, which is above the, eating area. And that, they did on time, on schedule, everything went very smooth. We have a good record there.
You know, if it doesn't, we could be into 2 months, 3 months. And that would be problematic.
the weather could be an issue.
Yes.
I mean, I could see them getting going and then it,
I would guess that at this point,
Can't do anything
it's not
with it.
November, they'd have all their crews here at one time.
And then they
That's just
could
when
build
they're
like a
finishing up
tarp,
for the year.
like a tarp house shelter, so they wouldn't freeze to death.
maybe you could build something.
Well, I do have some experience with this.
If you want us to move forward, we can,
So the things that would need, are gonna come off the budget to get that done
We
are
had-
not off the budget, but moved.
Yeah, we had set aside some money, so if, you know, we're out for, proposal with the architect, if they didn't start soon enough, we could start some classrooms sooner. That would just put off a future year or to that project. I'm not talking about half of it. then we set aside some money for when that project starts. We have funds available to start doing them right away. We pull the rest from there. So we're not stealing from any immediate classroom type need, just from the future project, which most of this will tie into anyways.
Right. Makes sense.
September, October, we could table this until next month, sleep on it, think about it, talk to people about it.
I see it on the calendar.
We'll have to make some decisions to let them know. I mean, we can probably always cancel it once they start placing the orders for materials.
So when was their deadline for their, to make this decision?
As soon as they
possible,
let them know.
That's one thing that like, we expect all this information a week ago, we finally got it today.
So what's your recommendation?
A roof that in a week would be the first thing, and then, the only thing I'm not excited about is, there's gonna be noise with it. There's no way around it, when you're hauling rock on that roof, there's gonna be noise. You can only shift, it's not like we have an extra half dozen classrooms somewhere that we can just shift classes to. We can try to see what we have available at different times, but some of them are just gonna have to deal with. And maybe it won't be as noisy as I think, I don't know. I guess I've never been right under it when they've done it, because it's always been in the summer.
So you can weigh the pros and the cons, and what's your recommendation?
Well, I was hoping they would be willing to do it in May for that price, but we can go back to them, see if they do it at the end of May for that price, but my guess is it won't be for that price. But we can check.
If it's not that much
Basically,
more.
he's not doing the
private
answer meeting.
No, meaning that's why he came to the board.
Yeah.
Just to get your comfort level,
Yeah.
if we're looking into the options for this.
So what did you say the price was the last time, 2 years ago, 26 something?
We did, yeah, it's $28.33 a square foot.
Wow, that's quite the,
Well, the
Savings.
only reason this would be that much less is because of all the materials
Right.
that they're providing under warranty and that.
So- The savings is 28 or the price is 28?
That's what we paid on that last roof,
Okay,
this
and
last
then
summer.
what's the bid for now? 11?
1126.
Because it's labor only.
We got 27,000 square feet.
About 315. The total job, about 315.
It's like a 60% savings.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
It's substantial, and if you think about it,
and
we,
more probably because.
we waited out the warranty for 2 years and patched and had leaks and patched and had leaks. I gotta believe the price in 2 years is gonna be more than what it is today.
This will restart your warranty back to how many years, 15?
25.
25.
You said other areas, we can extend the warranty. this
They'll
year.
extend the warranty on other areas.
What was the name of the company? Are we allowed to say
Roofing
that?
company?
Yeah.
There's Tremco who does the materials,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be McDowell who do the labor.
Which is who Tremco uses a lot.
And if agreement is reached, then the contract would draft, Trump would draft a contract between us and McDowell, and that would be what we consider.
It's definitely cost savings. We get it done, just the timing wasn't great.
Yeah, because if you wait the 2 years and assuming like $32, it's over $500,000. Yeah, over $500,000.
It's our largest roof section we have district-wide.
Yeah.
It's 550
It was the first section we did,
of savings.
it was real kind of good.
It's crazy
So I don't know
how you don't do it.
Yeah, we just gotta
Yeah,
bear with the basically. what I'm saying.
like mathematically, I don't know how you don't do it. I understand like
Yep,
the
you asked
logis-
what I didn't like about
Yeah.
it, that's what I don't like about
Yeah,
it, but
I
savings is
completely
assessed.
understand that,
Is there any way they can work from like 2 in the afternoon until 10 at night? So it was $8?
How about 3 to 11?
Price might go up.
Can we split their shift between 3 in the morning
Yeah.
to?
We
I
can
did see where
negotiate
they're-
something like that and give us a few hours of
Yes, I
quiet,
bet they
so that
will.
way whatever classroom's in there at that time.
That would be a
they
good
can
practice.
Yeah,
function.
I would guess it could be more than one crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be one bunch.
Because it is in November.
Yeah.
They're not time.
So if you're comfortable with that, we'll continue to move forward trying to get that in place.
And we've worked with these companies before. No problem.
What we do when we do our roofs, we'll buy materials on a state contract, which Trumco holds, and then we bid out the labor. That's typically how we, and then Trumco will make sure the labor installed it correctly. So it's kind of a nice setup.
So we don't know who is our laborer yet.
They hire, because of warranty piece, they hire or what are they called it? Sorry. McDowell. They hire McDowell to do the warranty work.
All right, any further discussion on
No,
that?
we're comfortable, we'll keep working with them and trying to get it done.
Perfect.
Okay. That's all I have.
Do you have anything, Mitch? Okay.
Wait, if I can say something.
Yes.
Just to go back to the, I know the elementary school is a disaster, but I've heard from several parents. Well, the front, like, the,
Yeah, yeah.
But I've heard from
Let's clarify.
several parents
letting-
that drop off is phenomenal the way it is, and
Yeah.
they'd love to see it
Yeah.
stay the way it is.
So we will recommend,
Same thing.
we
So
will
I just wanted to
strongly
bring it up.
recommend that they still come up Liberty because it just helps with traffic flow
Yes.
so much better.
Yep.
Versus others coming, versus a ton of them coming off 81 trying to turn left, and it's just, so that's our, so in all the years, same thing. It's funny that the construction is the year when it's been the best.
It's
by
been the best,
far.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to have, hopefully parents continue to
We've
use
heard
the
that
same
too.
route.
Yeah.
And someone brought up, they're like, if they could just not put that left turn lane, like everyone just has to go right.
I know.
Yes.
Like, don't put that left turn
Just
lane.
don't even do it.
Forget it.
That's what a lot of.
Everyone comes in and you have to go right.
If you notice the first few days the cones were curved so much, we didn't allow them to, but
Yeah.
technically on the road a little bit, so we had to pull back. But, yeah, it makes a world of difference when they
Yeah.
all flow up. That's just
Oh,
one way.
yes.
Maybe a
So
lot
how do you
more
get
for
that done?
That's what they should.
That's the hardest, because that turn lane's in our property,
Yeah.
so we
Correct.
can just change the lines.
Yeah.
You're
We
assuming
could.
everybody follows those though.
Yes.
Well, they will.
We can have Officer Gamp there.
Yeah. No, but I've heard the same thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because
I
I
appreciate that.
Yeah.
heard several people say this is phenomenal. I hope they keep, kind of the process.
Yeah.
the way it is.
We will
Safety for the kids
strongly
too,
recommend
because,
that.
Yeah.
kids crossing that driveway.
Mhm.
And I've also heard there hasn't been a lot of drop-offs either, like from the people that live, what street would that be on? They figured there'd be a lot of drop-offs, you know?
Blackway, yeah.
Yeah, but they,
There's a few, but it's not.
yeah, not a ton, so.
So that's
That's
good.
good, yeah. Yes, thanks, Jordan.
So to clarify that the elementary is not a disaster.
No, no,
Sorry.
Just so we all, there's no disaster anywhere.
9th Street.
Yes,
The
there we go.
construction.
The construction.
And it's just a inconvenience, a minor inconvenience.
You're such a good PR guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once a door gets closed, you can use those, whatever word you want to use.
Okay, next item on our agenda is to consider the approval of 2 open enrollment applications. Mr. Jorgensen.
Yep, I would strongly recommend the 2 high school students actually. And these came in, they've been attending, so I would strongly recommend that we approve them. So moved.
Okay. Rob? Okay, and Rich has a second. Any discussion on those? All right, hearing none, those in favor of the motion that's on the floor, please vote by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, next item is to appoint an official delegate for the ASBSD Delegate Assembly.
And this is on Friday, November 17th in Pier. Starts at 1 p.m. Last year Lindsay was the delegate. This is where they go through the proposed resolutions for social school boards for the year.
Anybody have a desire? I mean, I can go. I mean, I haven't went for a few years.
Who hasn't went yet?
Yeah,
Have you went?
Me?
I know.
Sorry.
what's that?
I have something that weekend.
You want to
has
try
not
it,
went.
Jordan?
Sure.
It's kind of an interesting
Yeah.
process.
It is,
you
I
know?
think everybody should, anybody that's on the board should experience it.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool.
You will
went
see your
already.
name and Jordan.
Yes, so you'll get information on that. thanks, Jordan.
And I'll be out there the day before, so I'll be there Friday morning too, so I can hang out with you when it first starts. Check the ropes.
Sounds good.
Probably need to
Yellow.
go faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Sit close to that microphone, and then you can make it go fast.
That is true. Consider resolutions addressing the state teacher shortage to forward to Associated School Boards Executive Board. And I'd like to turn this over to Rich. This has been a project of his. So.
Well, it's one of those things, I think, as a school board, that we can at least push the issue, and I hope that we push it a lot further in resolutions if it needs to go that route. But it's in the minutes, so I won't read through it. But the first resolution just basically says that we're going to recommend that the state Board of Regents provide scholarships for education majors in the same number that there are alternative certifications or international exchange teacher permits. So these are people that don't go through the same system that the rest of the teachers in the school districts have gone through. And I think it's one particular method that they could use to increase the number of certified teachers in the state of South Dakota. I don't think there's going to be one solution that's going to solve this teacher shortage issue, but this could actually be a potential, positive change. And the rationale that we put in there, if you look at the 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021 Board of Regents fact book, you'll see that there are only 44 graduates from science education programs in the entire state of South Dakota. And on the ASBSD website, there were 42 science openings in the state of South Dakota in April 3rd of this year. So there was basically as many science openings in April as we've had graduates in the previous 4 years. So we're really short on teachers. Certainly in science, I think that was the worst shortage area. But basically across the board, in all disciplines, including elementary education, there were shortages. And then the second resolution was that ASBSD, as well as the Madison High School School District, hopefully school board, supports the creation of a state-funded Teach for South Dakota Academy that would allow alternative certification or those seeking alternative certification the opportunity to take pedagogy classes during the summer so that they're better trained for when they go into the classroom. And there's really two justifications for why we think they should do that. One, it would help strengthen the case for potential teachers to change careers and choose to come into the education profession, removing some of the financial barriers to making career changes. And again, the other is they just become better teachers when they actually show up instead of trying to actually learn how to teach at the same time they're taking classes. So that was the idea behind the resolutions, and hopefully something gets done in the state of South Dakota to produce more teachers. And we think that these two are good resolutions that might actually make an impact.
So moved.
Okay, Steve.
I'll second.
Okay, wow. Discussion. The only thing, and I had asked Joel about this too, just with our the private secondary education entities within our state. We don't know those numbers of those graduating in those areas. So I just want to be clear about that there are additionals graduating, but yes, it's still, it's a matter we do not have enough.
Yeah,
So.
And I mean, Madison High School is kind of a garden spot as far as teacher education candidates. And we have a university here in town.
Right.
One would think that we wouldn't have the need to hire alternative certification teachers with a state university in town. And I think last year we had 6, is that correct?
Well, 4 plus 2 that we had to sign as different titles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here we are in a town that has a state university with teacher ed programs, and we're still needing to hire alternative certification teachers. I think 10 years ago, this was a problem. Today, it's a crisis, and I think something serious needs to be done about it.
Additionally, I'd like to say thank you for the time that I know you 3 put into developing these resolutions, so.
Yeah, Rob got them cleaned up for us. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve the resolutions addressing the state teacher shortage and forwarding those to ASB as the executive board. So those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Very good. Okay, the next agenda item is to approve the dissolution of the wrestling co-op with Oldham, Ramona, and Rutland. So that is no longer a school, they're no longer schools, so.
Yeah.
Steve, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Everybody understands? All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, the next agenda item is to consider the wrestling co-op and resolution of approving the form.
So move again.
Well, we need to have a resolution.
Oh, okay.
So, slow down there,
All
Charlie.
right, all right. Got the extra caffeine.
I make the following resolution, whereas a proposed agreement has been negotiated and drafted regarding the cooperative sponsorship of a joint high school wrestling program, whereas a copy of the proposed draft is attached and incorporated by reference, now therefore be it resolved by the School Board of Madison Central as follows, that the attached cooperative sponsorship application be and hereby is approved, that the school board president and superintendent of schools are hereby authorized to execute the attached cooperative sponsorship agreement and to make the required application to the South Dakota High School Activities Association. Number 3, that this resolution shall be effective only upon the adoption of a similar resolution by the governing board or school board of each cooperative school. So Oldham, Ramona.
Okay, and Steve did make a motion. Okay, we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Rob. Any discussion or questions on that?
It's the exact same setup, same everything. No change.
Perfect. Okay, those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, the next agenda item, Mr. Jorgensen gets to present us with a gold award.
Yeah, Dr. Humberdahl, Executive Director of the Associated School Board, sends congratulations to the Madison Central Board for attaining the Gold Level All Award for the 22-23 school year for participation in activities, board development, and trainings during the 22-23 school year. So congrats, it's the gold level. And if we get a picture after the meeting with it,
Absolutely.
and at some point we may have to put a brace under this
I
deal.
know, look
We
at all
got all these
these.
awards up here, but
This will
again,
be our
congratulations
freaking
on
Start hanging on the
yeah,
wall.
this was the first year that it was even available, I believe.
Slid it over and created a
Yes,
spot.
and that was that bronze? Or was that
Yep.
bronze and then a silver?
Bronze,
No.
silver, and that's been gold for the last 5 years. So
Guys, we
congratulations, we'll get a photo when we get done, okay?
Absolutely. We can each roll. All right. Very good. All right. Next item is to adjourn the meeting. Okay, Rob.
Second.
Second by Jordan. Okay, that's gonna be just non-negotiable, okay? Meeting